Sorry, I was not ready. I didn't understand that I have to say something right now. But it's fortunate for me that it's almost evening and people are dozing. Some of them are giving crazy and angry look to me. I will be very short, don't worry. I think you all know, especially the foreign delegates here, that we have entered into a new episode of history in Bangladesh. And through the sacrifice of our students and general people, we have been granted a unique opportunity of rebuilding our country, rebuilding the state institutions. And we have already taken the initiative of reforms in various sectors. And I hope you know that we have already formed a media reform commission in order to look into the media, means print media, social media, and every type of media. We have also formed a number of other commissions linked with the election issue, and there is police reform commission, we have anti-corruption commission, and above all, we have a constitutional reform commission. We have also declared the policy decision of repealing Cybersecurity Act, and we have already announced that all the cases regarding allegation of speech offense, this will be discontinued or withdrawn, and only the computer offenses will continue because this is very much needed in order to ensure cybersecurity. And we are going to make a new law which will penalize only the computer offenses, not the speech offenses. And it will be done very soon, maybe in next couple of days, in next week. And most importantly, during our rule in last 3 months, not a single case was instituted under the Cybersecurity Act. To be more correct factually, only one case was instituted, and that was about our chief advisor, Dr. Mohammad Yunus, and another advisor, Nahid Islam. And we have already instructed the concerned authority not to continue that case because it was the desire of Dr. Yunus and Nahid Islam that they don't want to allow anyone to file a case using their name under the Cybersecurity Act. We have already expressed our commitment to freedom of expression, freedom of press in various occasions. And with all this, we are confronting with the problem of disinformation and misinformation, which will be the central theme of next session, I believe. I mean, a couple of days ago, there was a study, most probably, if I can correctly remember, done by Dismiss Lab, right? And they found out, their study found out that during July to September, there had been nearly 1,000 incidents of disinformation and misinformation. And it was threefold greater than the July-September of last year. And you may be surprised to know that who is the most frequent victim of that disinformation and misinformation? It's not the fallen fascist Sheikh Hasina. It's the caretaker government chief, Dr. Mohammad Yunus. Even in my cases, I mean, at least in every 3 days, there will be one big incidents of misinformation or disinformation about me. I would say disinformation, not misinformation, because these informations are spread with an intention to mislead people and to create instability. And sometimes some of the disinformation, these are so, I mean, it has many type of consequence. I'm just giving you a lighter example. A couple of weeks ago, there was a rumor in the social platform that me, with my children, with my wife, we are running away from Bangladesh and taking shelter in America. I first failed to understand why, after becoming an advisor of 3 ministries, somebody will run away from a country with all his family. I just failed to understand. But it was so widely spreaded that when I said my wife that I will accompany you and I will go to the airport, she said, please don't go, because people will believe that you are running away from Bangladesh. Raju Mahajan Bhai is here. He knows some of the stories. So the point I'm trying to make that when we encourage freedom of expression, freedom of press, the risk of misinformation and disinformation, we have to confront, we have to address this problem always. And disinformation and misinformation sometimes become very, very harmful for the stability of a country, for security of the country, for democracy, for tolerance, for a harmonious relationship between different sections of the people. It becomes a very big risk. We all know that it's not only an experience of Bangladesh, it's happening in many parts of the world. And I think, in my belief, I myself was a journalist. My first profession was journalism, and I was a reporter of Weekly, a very well-known weekly in Bangladesh. The Bangladeshi people of my age or older, you know the name, Bichitra. And at that time, when we made a story, we used to anxiously wait for rejoinders. And if rejoinders came, our editors became very angry with us, very dissatisfied. What have you written? Why there are so many rejoinders? And you have to give a befitting reply to the rejoinders. If you fail to do that, it means that you are not doing objective journalism. So this was the only way we tried to be very accurate and very much committed to good journalism. And we tried our best to write correct information, to make correct interpretation, to talk to the most credible sources, and to cross-check all the information we received. But now we have entered a digital age. There is huge pressure. Everyone has become a journalist. Everyone has become an opinion maker. And everyone has become a big fan of sensation or breaking news. And people have no time to wait to look at the authenticity of the news. And everyone has access to social platform. It becomes so easy for anyone to write something on anybody. So it becomes very hard for people sometimes to distinguish what is truth or what is false. And in such a period, the needs for objective journalism, good journalism, honest journalism has become much more crucial. Honest journalism can ensure that the people who are spreading disinformation and misinformation, they are not controlling the tone of the society. They are not creating much noise, or they are not creating instability. And by honest journalism, we know the copybook of honest journalism. You have to be honest in your soul. You have to talk to the credible source. You have to cross-check all the information. You have to wait. You have to, take interview of the person against whom you are writing something. These are the basics of honest journalism. And nowadays, we feel that and there are other ways of ensuring that you are doing objective journalism. Like we have fact-checking, and we also have collaboration between different news houses, media houses, and we also have ways of verifying whether a photo or picture which is published is genuine picture or not. In short, I think we have much more responsibility to ensure that there is good journalism, there is honest journalism, and I don't know, there are many other ways by which professional journalism or the media experts could tell you by which you can confront or you can address the problem of misinformation or disinformation. I'm sure there are lectures after my ministerial speech, I think, and people expert on these issues, they will speak, and I'm very much looking forward to hearing them and to understand what are the ways or in which ways we can address this problem of misinformation and disinformation, and also ensure access to information. Thank you very much.